And here he is, Schoey. How are you, mate?
What a fucking intro, tell you what. That is just fucking some very kind words, boys. Appreciate it.
Of course, mate. Now, always good to catch up. Before we get into some AFL footy, we quickly want to touch on your stint in the Carlton draft. What a ruck. What a goal. Out of the ruck, pulled it out. Can you talk us through the goal?
Did you, I mean, you boys have seen it, right?
100%. Have we what?
I tell you what, I made sure every person in Australia saw that. I reckon I shared that for upwards of 700 times. Any sort of sharing numbers is basically me. The second this thing comes off the boot, it was a moment of absolute perfection. Like the second it touched my laces, it was never missing. If you watch it back, it literally leaves the boot, and I'm just back and back into the thousands that have rolled up the hill end, just absolutely fucking given to it. Like it just was never missing. I just promise. A moment like that has never happened in my career and never will again. And I don't need to do anything ever because it was captured on fucking video. And so thanks for coming. All my chips are in, and I'm done. The table's done. Thank you.
Yeah. So no call up to the Legends game. You didn't get the call up.
Well, I don't know if anyone's put this together, but there was no Fox Footy talent in this game. It was a Channel 7 Hutchie Enterprise. So,
that's a good call.
Yeah, if you think about it, there was no one that operates on Fox Footy in this one. No Jordan Lewis, no Jonathan Brown.
Great call.
Yeah, good call. Did you
else?
that goal is why you do that sort of stuff, that Carlton draft. Like, that's the absolute fairy tale for an ex-AFL footy player to be able to kick a goal like that. Just like a wet 7-iron. You just sort of slapped it on the side of the Sharon. Have you ever kicked a goal like that in your career?
No, I've never gone close to kicking a goal like that in a career. And one thing I always live by is that, these fucking forwards that literally just kick it through the big sticks. It's not that hard. Like the two big ones standing in the middle, chuck it on the boot. How these blokes in front of goal, paid millions of dollars, can't get it done. I'm 36 years old, weighing excess of 100 kgs, and I'm just...
You're a good paddock.
It's not that... No. But honestly, I don't think I've ever kicked a goal like that. I've actually kicked some half decent goals at AFL level, a couple of good running ones. And
I was going to say there was that running one you showed us at Gather Round. There was like 3 or 4 bounces. You got it back. The locks on the head. You carried on like a pork chop. That is a snag.
Hang on. Let's just I showed you it at Gather Round. Is this on the hill like day 4?
Yeah.
Does that sound
as
about
soon
right?
as you have one beer, you whip that video out. You've got it shortcutted on your phone. Man, watch this, boys. Well, it is a banger though.
Guess what? I've now got a new fucking shortcut, and it's the Carlton draft goal. Mate, yeah. And the boys at Clubby who filmed it, who were rippers on the day, they did a great job. They had the cameras fucking in that pocket, and we got frontal vision. It wouldn't have been done better on Channel 7 or Fox Footy. They wouldn't have had the angles. But the Clubby boys are there. There was a bunch of girls, young girls who did a great job too. They were sort of running the socials of the local footy club. They were there. They got it. So it's on TikTok. It's on Snapchat. Mate, any platform, it's seen it. It was brilliant. Couldn't have been better. It was so good.
Hey, Sky, I got some good news. Since we've talked about it, mate, it's coming back in the feed. It is coming back in the feed.
And
Let's get that baby back up.
And we have to get the running goal.
100%.
We have to get that running goal. You have to remind us where it is, and we'll clip
one?
it.
Which one?
Oh, fuck. You know exactly the one. You take 3 or 4 bounces.
There's a few. There's quite a few. There's one in a derby. There's one. David Mundy's still stuck in the fucking grass here at Subiaco Oval. That I sold him that much candy. There's one at Football Park in Adelaide. It looked like I was playing a game by myself. It was that open on the wing. Get them all up. Put them all together.
We will.
We'll dig these up. It might take a
We'll
while.
have to make a carousel. So let's have a chat. Harley Reid re-signs with the club. How's the reception been in Perth?
Well, you boys are over east, right? The only people pushing that he was leaving was East Coast media. It was bizarre. Over here, it was, there was a lot of noise around how happy he was at the club and that best mates with Minnie now, and Luke Schoey, former captain of the club, saying that he's never seen a better leader. It was getting a bit carried away, right? Over here, it was the opposite. It was it was Scott Pendlebury, basically, leadership personified sort of operator. But, there wasn't as much noise here that he was leaving. And then when he signed, I guess it wasn't as big of a deal. West Coast fans over here, boys, have been in pain. One win for the season. They're one of 5 teams in 50 years to do that. And one of them was GWS in their expansion year. One of them was Fitzroy in one of the last years of their operation. They burnt the club down. And a couple of others, I think, probably in the World War. So, like, West Coast have had a pretty bad season, and for Harley to sign, people are up and about. Like, you boys know my man Dan over here at Backchat. He's been struggling to get through doors. His head's sort of wobbling around. He's fucking banging his head on doors. He's very happy.
He's a proper nuffy West Coast supporter. He still thinks they're winning every game when he watches them. He was that fun at Gather Round watching them lose to the Blues. So Oscar Allen's on his way out. Can I just get you, like, what would it have been like if Luke Schoey or Josh Kennedy decided to just leave mid-season? Like, how would that be going in the club?
Well, I was trying to relate this to someone else, and I just feel like it was so poorly handled with I don't know if you boys saw it, the way it was rolled out when the Hawthorn stuff came out with Sam Mitchell. They basically had him at gunpoint on the far side of the oval here at Lathwaite. He was wearing like a black West Coat. It was like he's not our player. Like, but this bloke's the captain. Yeah, but he's a captain. Like, can you imagine, I don't know, Jordan Dawson, Marcus Bontempelli, like roll through the captains at AFL clubs leaving. Like, it's almost like it's not a big deal. I've been over here sort of doing my media stuff going, this is a big fucking deal. The captain's walked out of the club. Like, you know, say what you want, but he's walked out. The club doesn't want to give him a contract, but it's sort of like everyone seems like, oh, all good. You know, Oscar Allen's done.
You're right.
It's bizarre.
Is it true, and I know you'd know the rumours on this, the senior players at the club, like Jeremy McGovern and stuff, were filthy about the way he was rolled out in front of the media like he was at gunpoint? Like, did that go down really bad in the building?
Yeah, within the four walls, I don't think. Well, there was a bit of everything, right? Like, I don't think it's overly positive as well that, you know, the captain's looking around, but that only happened because West Coast didn't have a contract in front of him. So I don't know specifics in terms of players, but, you know, there's a lot that's gone wrong at West Coast the last couple of years, and, like, you know, captain leaving being one of them, senior players sort of, you know, like McGovern having to retire on the back of, you know, injuries. So Dom Sheed's in the same basket there. They've replaced their coach, their CEO, their head of fitness, who is now getting poached again to Essendon, I believe. Like, they just haven't got a lot right. So, yeah, the players, it's just a hard one, right? Like, they elected Liam Duggan and Oscar Allen as captain, you know, a couple of years ago now, and then, you know, Liam Baker's come to the club. Apparently he's a very good leader, so they've kind of got issues there. But winning one game in a year, there's not many seasons that finish like that where everyone goes, oh, well, good job, boys. That was fun.
So how are we fixing West Coast? So obviously the first domino was Harley re-signing. Now you're getting pick 1 and 2 for Oscar Allen leaving. How are you fixing it? What are you thinking? How big do they have to think? Are they thinking 3 years, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years?
Well, they're basically fire selling, right? So Oscar Allen, captain, gone. They'll get pick 2. Liam Ryan, probably one of their only other players with any currency. He'll go to St Kilda more than likely on a 2 to 3 year deal, which is good for him, good for the club. People are saying they should be pushing for a late first rounder for him. I don't think you get that this year, but potentially a future first. It'd be a stretch, but he was all Australian not too long ago. And, you know, still the sort of guy that can take mark of the year, goal of the year. If you want to highlight, go and have a look at Liam Ryan's hanger on my head in the waffle in 2017. Got him drafted, actually, I did, by being a stepladder for him against Subiaco. But he can still do that. So he's going, how do you fix him? You just need a better list and you need more players. And you can't click your fingers and do that.
Yep.
But if you think about... honestly, I've actually been pretty positive, more positive than I have been over the last couple of years. In the last 10 weeks of the season, I was pretty positive on West Coast in terms of their green shoots. So, like, Job Shanahan looks like a very good player. If you can add Jake Waterman to him, it's suddenly... you boys on Job?
Yeah, we like
Absolutely,
Job.
we love Job Shanahan.
That's Job Shanahan.
Sign him up. Sign him up, Minnie.
He'll honestly have 5 kicks, 4 goals. Like, he's maximum damage, old Job Shanahan. Like, he's unbelievable. He just looks like like the perfect forward. He's played like 6 games. What a pick!
He looks good. Just imagine, like, if they can actually get these picks right, 1 and 2, and I don't reckon if you look back at the history of the draft, has there ever been 1 and 2 failed. You know, sometimes 1 doesn't go as well as you'd hope, but 2
Scully
is really
and
good.
Trengove.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I see. Yeah, I see you, Scully and Trengove. That's not bad. But not often can you fuck that up that badly. So if they get them right, if you've got Harley Reid, pick 1, pick 2 as your midfield. Let's say they take 2 midfielders. That's suddenly pick 2 pick 1s and a pick 2 in your midfield. Like that's a fucking good midfield.
Yeah,
That
hopefully
should
they
be
get
if they
Rowell
can-
and Anderson. Like
Yeah.
they take their Rowell and Anderson. Take 2 blokes that are best mates or something, even
Yeah,
if you
for
reach
sure.
a bit on pick 2. Yeah,
The last,
for sure.
and the last
That's a good
4,
point.
3 or 4 drafts have been unbelievably stacked. But let's go through while you're fixing clubs. What the hell is happening at the Blues? Charlie Curnow, Vossi. Apparently, there's obviously a tear there. What the hell is happening? What are you hearing?
Are you going to have a spine next year? Silvani, TDK, and Curnow gone.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? Like, if you said this 6 months ago, you look at the team that we went to the prelim with against Brisbane, there's probably like 6 or 7 of those players that are gone. Jack Martin's gone, Kennedy's gone, Doc's retired, and then you got all those guys that are left. It's pretty wild. So, what are you hearing from the Blues? Because it doesn't seem like it's too good internally.
Mate, I'm not hearing anything from the Blues, to be really honest. They don't speak to me at all. But what I'm seeing, yeah, g'day, Vossi, Schoey here, mate. Just wanted a quick chat about what the fuck's going on with your list. You seem to be in absolute turmoil, mate. Oh, you've lost your list manager, your GM. Everyone's leaving other than you. Okay, perfect, going well. It's all good. You've never been better. Okay, just jump on the phone to Andrew Dillon. That's going well too. All right, cheers, mate. Have a good one. So apparently, all good at the
There's
Blues.
always whispers, Scully. We want to try and get, if you've heard any whispers along the tracks.
My whispers that I'm hearing, not from the Blues or not from anyone, but just my own head, is
what we
that I reckon Charlie's out of there, boys. Mate, loves the surf. Gold Coast or Sydney's calling him. Get him closer to the beach. You can't catch a barrel in Port Phillip, can you? Like there's no barrels down at St Kilda foreshore. He wants to get in the green room.
If he ends up at Geelong, is the competition fair? Surely it's not fair if he's playing for Geelong with Jez and everyone else they get.
Can you imagine rolling down as a key backman to Geelong's forward line? You're fucking rolling down there. Who have I got today? Oh, Jezza Cameron and Charlie Curnow.
Oh,
Basically, you
Shannon
just go, oh, you're fucked. And, mate, Shannon Neal is going to be, like, if he's not already, an absolute weapon. So, you'd pass that game. You'd be doing a little 1 week, I reckon, little 1 week carvey. Sorry, we might have a little
1 week.
Hey, speaking of exit interviews, we had to put it in here. So obviously exit interview has been a massive term at the moment. You must have some funny stories or heard of some funny stories that blokes have just been given the nod in the room, or yourself, you've heard some feedback that's stuck with you for a while.
Okay, that's not bad without any notice. It's not an exit. It's not an exit interview. Who was this player? So it was at. No, I won't tell that story because I
smart.
Sorry, boys. No. I know we're in live content land here. Look, one good story, and it wasn't necessarily exit, but Jezza McGovern tells this story, and this is like coming from one of the great Eagles of all time. He was a rookie, fat as a house at stages of his career, and he's gone first year on the list, gone his best, and then all his boys. He's from Albany. All his boys are going to Bali. And Gov doesn't, he's got his off-season program on day one of off-season, and he's basically got it and eaten it. He's that hungry. He's just going, fuck this. I'm not following this. I'm eating it. So he's done that. He's gone to Bali for 6 weeks, lived on God knows what, bintangs and whatever else you do over there. Come back, done about a week of getting his body ready, and he's rocked up for the 2K time trial, and he's like, all right, we're good to go. He's spat out like a 9-minute. Like he's just absolute putrid in a 2K time trial. He's basically walking. Simo sent him away from the club. Simo was like, mate, I'm not sure if you're quite up for this. And he went away. Yeah. And but the funny part about it was Gov thought he was going all right. Gov was like, I'm actually fucking not doing too badly here. So he got called into the office. And he thought he was getting called in to be like, hey, mate, looking forward to you having a great pre-season. You've got a bit of work to do, but there's a fair bit of up and downs to come or whatever. And they basically just sent him away. Sorry, are we back? Yeah. You got me? Got me. Lads,
We just
am I
lost you there for a second, mate.
Am I back? Back.
Slowly coming back.
Okay, I'm coming back from the death. Can you hear me? Fuck.
There you are. Yes, gotcha.
I'm coming. Sorry, boys. Hang
Don't
on.
stress.
All right. All right. Are we back?
All good.
All right. So,
back.
Gov got sent away. Sorry. Oh, hang on. Fuck me. Hang on, boys.
Lost you
Bit
again.
jittery. Hang on. All right. How are we looking? Are we back?
We'll be back.
Very delayed.
I can hear you now. You sound good now.
It's not as clear.
This
Are you on
fucking
Wi-Fi,
phone to
Daz?
No.
All right. Is that fixing it at all, boys?
No, we think you're back. I think you're back. Do you reckon? Did you finish this Gov story? Because it would have saved on your end. We'll
I'll
have
finish
it.
Gov. I'll finish Gov.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah,
So Gov got like a 6-week ban, and he had to basically train outside of the football club. He had to. He wasn't allowed to in the building when we were, so he would train from 5 a.m. till 8 a.m. No training in daylight hours. He was riding around town. He got rid of his car, and he was only getting around by the bike. And that was all off the back of effectively, a meeting he thought he was rolling into, being like, yeah, he's going well. And like, no, you basically delist and you sort your shit out. So that's what I've got for you boys off the top.
That's good.
To see the player he became, that is unbelievable. So we got the draft at the end of the year. Schoey, are you a fan of the father-son rule? You reckon it should go? And do you think like the first 18 picks should just be the clubs just pick? There's no academy, there's no bidding up, there's no father-son, and then all that stuff can happen after the 18th pick. What do you think the draft should do?
It's a difficult one for me, right? Because I do have personal, I guess, involvement in this. I've got 2 sons, a 7 and a 4-year-old. Would I like to see them play for West Coast? Not in this year's team, but maybe in the future. Yes, yeah. But I think they could probably make it on their own again. So, like, the romance around it's great. I don't have a strong opinion that we should get rid of it. I know a lot of people do. You look at Brisbane's side. What have they got? They got 3 father-sons in there. They got 2 Ashcrofts,
Definitely
plus
Ashcroft,
a Fletcher.
Yeah.
The 2 Dacos boys.
And
Darcy Moore. Yeah.
So, and Geelong, they had you can mount a case that it's unfair. I like the no father-sons in that first round and the academy stuff. Get all that out of the first round. Let's try and protect that a little bit. Let's try and just get the best 20 kids in the country or 18 kids in the country to, the side, top 8, first round sides. But honestly, I said this today on another podcast, boys. My knowledge and understanding of what is going on with academies, with father-sons, with the NGAs as well, like they're the same things as academies. Like the priority picks, like there's that much going on with point selections. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if you boys do as punters, but I have no idea. I literally don't.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Unless you trade out your first round pick, so like Hawthorn has Carlton's, but the first top 18 should be protected. Like you should be able to get the best players. So North Melbourne or West Coast should have been able to get Nick Dacos the other year. Yep. And then in 3 years, if he wants to come home, then he would demand 2 or 3 first rounders, and then West Coast get that back. So I think it evens it up like that. If you'd agree.
Yeah, I do. I just think it need to simplify it. Like in the end, the draft is becoming a really, from a content point of view, a lot of people are following it. It's becoming a huge audience builder for people in sport content. Like it still needs to be simple so people can understand what's going on. Like trade period, yes, but also the draft. Like I think fans just want to see who their club gets, and they've got pick 3, and suddenly that's pushed back to pick 8 because there's these bids coming in for whatever's going on. And like I said, I don't understand it half the time. So if I don't understand it and I'm invested in it, like how are you meant to understand if you're just a regular fan?
100%. Now, mate, we're starting finals this week. You obviously went to 2 grand finals in 2015 and 2018. Can you give us a few really good stories, obviously mainly from 2018, probably not 2015, but is there some really good stories that stand out to you?
Well, you boys have got to watch the superstition stuff pre-game. So there's a couple that are really important to watch. So sunglasses in the parade, right? Whoever is wearing the most sunnies in the parade is going to lose.
Wow.
I like this.
Yeah, this is good.
So 2015, mate, we may as well been doing a Ray-Ban commercial. We were just, that's a shocking sunny brand to use. Rixies, right? We should have had our bloody Rix eyewears on, right? Mate, we were dumb. Some blokes were wearing 2 pairs of sunnies, one on their head, one on the eye, and we were just like, we thought we were Hollywood, right? We thought we were $1 million. And Hawthorn, and you look back at it, none of them had sunnies on. And it actually was a rule, and Simo has spoken about this since. He was like, I fucking lost us that grand final by not telling you boys that's what you need to do. Now, it's a mindset thing, but superstition-wise, sunglasses. So 2018, we had a rule, no sunnies. If you look at the photos from the parade, not one pair of sunnies on.
You're all just squinting out of the sun, eh?
Mate, so funnily enough, our friend Jeremy McGovern, he was under the injury cloud, remember? He had the broken ribs, and he had refused to go to the grand final parade. He said, I need to do a recovery. He was properly fucked, boys. Like, he played with broken ribs. It was amazing that he got up and played, and one of our best players. But he said he's not coming. Anyway, the AFL got on the phone. This is a true story. They got on the phone and said, if Jeremy McGovern's not in the parade, you blokes don't get to train on the MCG. Like, this isn't optional. You are. Jeremy McGovern is to be in the parade. We don't care if he's injured. We don't care what's going on at Easter. So we've all left on the bus to the parade, but he's at back at the hotel saying, I'm not coming. There's this big back and forth with Nisbet, with McLaughlin, AFL Nisbet headquarters, blah, 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 never been better. And they made him come. So he's got an Uber. He's fucking rushed there. We're all sitting, the parade's held up. It's about half an hour late because he gets stuck in traffic. Anyway, amongst all of that, we're sitting there fucking squinting our eyes out with our hats on, no sunnies. And Gov rolls up, and now the whole media pack is around his car because he's not on there. They've taken his sticker off. Then they've had to put it back on because he's coming back. If you look at the photos, his sticker's fucked on the car. It's like all over the place because they took it on and off. Anyway, he gets on there. There's a million fucking microphones. Jeremy McGovern sitting there with his fucking sunnies on. So anyway, yeah, no sunnies. Like you know the last one touching the cup in the final photo, right?
Yeah.
You know that one. Like, you have to watch for that, who holds the longest. And don't think the players don't fucking know that either.
One day,
especially after last year. After last year, it was funny.
One day they will not let go because, it's unbelievable.
And then we had one in our 2018 grand final. I'll just finish on this one. So, basically before the 2018 grand final, someone told Josh Kennedy a few things. The first thing was, in the 10 years prior, the team that kicked the first goal didn't win.
Lost.
Right? So you kicked the first goal final, lost the game. So if you watch the 2018 grand final, Luke Schoey basically off a secondary bounce, comes streaming out, laces out JK. Right, 20 seconds, 30 seconds into the game. So he goes back from a spot, he'd always kick it, and there would be plenty of punters around the country that have backed Josh Kennedy for first goal. But he tells the story that, well, he heard that stat, so he fucking just sprayed it out to the right nicely and missed it. Right,
Jaden Stevenson kicked the first.
Then didn't Collingwood kick the next 5?
Yeah.
You guys would have been regretting that.
Yeah. Cheers, JK. Fucking awesome. And then, so last one was winning the toss and kicking to whatever end we kicked to. That's the end to kick to in the MCG to win. So there was a split in the stats. Well, if that was the punt road end, I can't remember which end we kicked to, but whatever end we kicked to in 2018, that's the end the winners will be kicking to.
Okay.
We'll get Trav in the truck to make sure we find out which one you're kicking.
Now, just want to know, when we had a chat at Gather Round, you were just saying, what was it like on field? Because even down 5 goals, do you seem pretty confident the whole game? And were you talking a bit of shit out there?
Oh, unbelievable amounts of shit. It was. I reckon if you put on par, me and Chris Maston on the hill day 3 gather round, it was actually very similar areas on the field. MCG 2018. I don't know why that was. Like, I just had this ultimate belief in that year that we were going to win, and like I would have looked like a complete fuckwit if we had have not won. Clearly, like I was running my mouth a lot, but it wasn't I guess disrespectful. It was almost like a way of trying to get us up to win, and like starting 5 goals down, you think that'd shut us all up. And in 2015, something similar happened, and we did go quiet, and we ended up losing. So it was almost like a way of talking yourself into it, and then your teammates hear it, and you're like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, like Schoey thinks we're going to win, like we're going to do it, and it just kept going and going and going. Got to admit. The amount of shit I've been talking, like me and Adam Treloar have spoken about this as well. Like I was going at him very hard, like aggressively, that was fun until like there's 2 minutes to go and we're still losing, and it's like, oh, like fuck, this is going to be bad if we lose this one. But we didn't, so it was fine.
So good. Obviously, Sky, we've got 4 weeks left, so it'd be our fault if we didn't ask you for some help, some predictions. So first off, sell us. Who will be their prelim weekend?
Final 4.
I did a thing today. I had to text someone who I thought was going to be in the granny, and I need to get the fucking fixture up in front of me because I hate how the fucking thing crosses over.
Yep.
But my grand final, and we can work backwards from here. Adelaide played GWS in my grand final.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
like it.
Nice.
So that means obviously GWS beats Hawthorn, so it's not Hawthorn. GWS play who? Can you tell me who they play?
They'll play Collingwood. They'll play Collingwood when Adelaide beat them, and then go to the Geelong Brisbane side of the bracket. Yeah.
Great. So Collingwood's gone, and then the prelim means it would be. Would it be
So Brisbane,
GWS?
Freo. Yeah, I don't know.
You've sprung us.
I've cooked
We should have got
myself
it
here,
up.
boys.
I can't believe you've gone Crows Giants.
Yeah, I love that though.
Crows Giants.
Yes,
I love
the
it.
Crows Giants, and then prelim must be like Brisbane,
Geelong, probably.
and then Geelong. Yep, Brisbane, Geelong, Adelaide Giants. That's the prelim.
I love that. You've just gone no vast. I've asked for 4 teams. You've gone, here's the granny boys, fuck the rest.
Well, before we go to the individual awards, then who do you have winning that?
Yeah.
I have GWS winning the grand final.
Wow.
So do I, Sco. So Brownlow medal, current fave is Nick Dacos, followed by Bailey Smith. Who have you got for the Brownlow?
Now, you boys will fucking know this. Who was I speaking to on socials at the start of this fucking year about Matt Rowell? I was talking to one of you.
Yeah,
You
were.
can go back and check your DMs.
Oh, we've got the DMs. They don't go anywhere.
You did.
You did. You just love Matt Rowell and a vote getter. So
Right.
do you think
Matt
he gets
Rowell.
more votes than Anderson, and do you think he wins it?
Man, I backed Matt Rowell at $60.
Yes.
Thank you for coming.
Yes.
So
Love
it's
that.
looking nice at the moment. So I'm going to stay with Matty Rowell. I picked him at the start of the year.
I like it.
I like his vote-getting ability, and whoever I was chatting to was saying that Noah Anderson, this and that. Like Matt Rowell gets votes. Even with like Anderson and Rowell, like in the games they win, they'll get 3 and 2. Like it's not like they're going to be stealing 3 votes off each other. It's going to be stealing 1 vote at best. Like I like Rowell. I really like him. I reckon he wins it.
We were chatting to Bailey, and he reckons if the only reason why Rao does, he always hands the ball back to the umpire every single time. Shakes their hands, and he always hands the ball back. But he's at the coalface, same as like Cripps, when stuff you might not see on TV, when you see it up close and personal, how fast he's going, how tough, it must stand out.
For sure.
Hey boys, listen to this stat for you. Hang on. This is very good. The last 13 Brownlow medalists, 13 in a row. You have to have been top 5 for contested possessions and top 5 for clearances. All right? There's only 3 that are in any value whatsoever. It's Matt Rowell, Tom Green, and Caleb Sarong. So only those 3 can win it, boys.
There you go.
Because he's number 2 in tackles, number 1 in clearances.
There you go.
That's great stuff.
So he's
man.
first
Don't
or
worry about
second in the footy.
tackles. Stuff tackles, mate. Contested possessions and clearances.
So you've given us our grand final. So then we're going to ask Norm Smith. You get the best value for Norm Smith right now before the finals even start. So a Crow or a Giant, who have you got for Norm Smith medal?
Finn Callahan.
Yes, that's my tip as well.
Come on.
Finn or Toby Green for sure. I played junior footy with
Grew up
Finn
just around
Callahan.
the
We're from
corner.
the same local footy club. So
Are you
Both
best mates?
were similar talents. You know,
Quick, explosive.
I taught him everything he knows.
Left-footed.
His leg speed, you know, whatever he needs.
Fucking hell. You're in fucking like grade 3 accounting with fucking Finn Callahan. It feels like you're fucking his brother.
He called you Gerald. Hey, very quickly, just because we're finishing on a fun note. So obviously 10 teams done and dusted. They'll be on footy trip now. We had to ask you your best footy trip story. I know you probably can't say 98% of them, but if you got 2%.
All right. So straight into it. If that's all right.
It's just tattooed on your hand, wasn't it?
So Thailand, Phuket, which is where West Coast are right now, by the way. They're on Phuket
nice.
for their footy trip.
That's
so
up.
I'm sure that's going well. So picture this, Bangala Road. I reckon it's probably 2013-ish. You know, been drinking all day. I'll leave names out of it. So it was me and Chris Maston.
Smart.
So there was this, you know, person advertising like a chicken restaurant, and they had a fucking big chicken head on, and it was like they were in a big chicken costume, and like as you do on a footy trip, and I don't condone this, kids and whatever, but you know we're having fun. We stole the chicken head, right? And so,
Of course.
Masto's running around with the chicken head, just like an absolute goose. You know, not, I don't think, hurting or really offending anyone other than like we'd stolen the chicken head. A few hours went past. I should also note that in this story, I'm wearing a Spider-Man morph suit. So my entire body is zipped up in, like, you cannot tell who I am, right? So it's Spider-Man. So the night goes on, Maston in the chicken head, me in the morph suit. No one knows who we are. We're in this place in like some sort of bar with like a dance sort of area. And we're like Spider-Man, like doing these things. Anyway, the fucking, like, having a great time. The lights come on and like 6 soldiers come into this venue. Assault rifles in army attire. And it's like, oh yeah, like looking around like, who the fuck are these? Anyway, they get both of us in headlocks, right? And drag us outside, take us into an alleyway, and like, we're fucked basically, like blah, blah, blah. Anyway, out of nowhere, I don't know where, like basically a guardian angel, this like guy who spoke English, but he also spoke Thai, started translating for us. And he was like, they were going nuts, not guns in our faces, but they're fucking just like going nuts. They got their handcuffs out, and we're like, fuck, all right, this is going to be perfect. We'll just be locked up in Thai prison for the rest of our life. Sounds fucking great. This translator was like, boys, you need to go and get $4,000 Aussie. It doesn't matter how you get it. That's the cash they want. If you give them that, they'll let you go. If not, you're going to jail tonight.
Oh my God.
So needless to say, we got some cash. We got about 5 ATMs. We're finding ATMs, and we paid them. We paid them $4,000 in Aussie cash.
Jesus.
On the phone to the manager. Who was your manager at the time? We saw him on Super Bowl day. What's his name again?
Nigel Carmody.
Nigel, that's right. Nigel, sorry, mate. Just need a quick transfer over here.
Sorry. What's this $4,000 withdrawal from the Bank of Thailand? Anyway, we got away with it, boys. So there's a story for you.
That's gold.
If that leaked back to the media, how much trouble would you guys have got in?
Yeah, like probably a fair bit, but like I reckon it was even earlier than 13. It was probably 12 or 11.
It was just
it was pretty fun.
Gravy.
Yeah.
Honestly, like,
Different age.
it was. Mate, I've seen worse things happen on footy trips. It was pretty harmless, right? We just took a chicken head. We weren't fighting anywhere. We weren't doing anything. We just like took a chicken head. We were just running around like pretending to be a chicken. Like it wasn't that bad. Other than if we had been like prosecuted for stealing and in a Thai prison for 10 years, it probably would have got a bit of attention.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. So let's have a look at the off season. Is there any other summer sports you're going to look into? NFL, EPL, Live Golf. Is there anything on the radar for you?
Well, cricket's going to be big, isn't it? I'll be
cricket, of course.
I'll be making my way to Boxing Day Test. I just booked my flights the other night, so I'm leaving the kids with Santa on Christmas Day. I leave at about 10 p.m. I got the midnight horror. I think I land in Melbourne about 5 a.m. Straight to the pub, straight to Boxing Day, which would be great. EPL. I'm back in on the EPL with Stan sort of taking over. I just never had an Optus Sport account, and so I'm back in business.
Yeah,
I'm a
so
big Arsenal fan. So what about you boys?
Hey, go the Gunners.
Let's
We're all
go.
in. All in.
We did lose against Liverpool fucking Sunday night, boys. That wasn't ideal.
That's fine. We don't remember that.
Victor Kakais couldn't score.
My new man's that fucking easy bloke. He looks fucking elite.
Darcy's man.
Yeah, my man.
Guys like Declan Rice.
Yeah, and Bukayo Saka.
Oh, Saka. Let's go.
I've been an Arsenal fan for about 2 weeks.
So finally,
yes.
no, you go.
I was going to say, you'd like, per murder Saka, you'd have been a big fan of his back in the
Oh,
day.
of course. Thierry Henry?
What's our coach's name? He played, didn't he? Arteta.
Was Thierry Henry? I always thought his name was Henry.
Yeah, there you go. We're all over it.
Yeah,
Gracious,
so we're all
we
over the
just
Gunners.
disrespected the entire fucking Arsenal fan base. But yeah, his name was Thierry Henry.
Henry.
Tago Henry.
So
love
before we
Henry.
go, this weekend, just the footy this weekend. So what's the vibe in WA like right now with Freo playing in the finals? How confident are the Freo supporters? Like how big's the town right now? What's happening?
I actually reckon we lost a bit of momentum with this fucking bye, boys. Like, we had the waffle finals set up over here, and there was huge crowds at those. And I reckon people forgot a little bit about the fact that Freo are playing in a final against the Gold Coast Suns. So just starting to warm up a bit right now. It'll be heaving. Like, it's sold out about an hour after tickets opened over here. So I reckon they'll set the attendance record for a Freo game, even like better than derbies. I think they'll it's absolutely sold out. You cannot get a ticket over here. So that's how you know. When I start getting texts like, "Can you get me a ticket to the Freo game?" Like, that's when you know there's trouble with tickets. But it's going to be good, boys. Yeah, I'll be working radio, which will be good. Fox Footy flying in the big dogs over here. So see you later, Schoey. Back to radio for the weekend.
Well.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, it's going to be good. Working radio is fun because you get to you just sit there in a hoodie and talk shit. And no one's probably listening.
We know all about that.
No one listens to us.
That's this right now. This is radio. so you reckon there'll be just 55,000 like crazy Freo supporters? Do they are they certainties? Do they just beat the Suns? Is that how the town's thinking? Do you give the Suns any chance?
Well, probably, but that's the problem, isn't it? Like games that Freo have, probably should win this year. They've struggled at stages, and they're a much improved side from like Freo gone by. They call it basically like events that happen like this, like being really dockery. Like if you drop a game like this where you should win, it's dockery, right?
Yeah,
and so
That's good.
So like. I think there's just a lot of like inbuilt doubt in Freo fans. Just they haven't had the ultimate success ever, which I don't. That's West Coast fans love to roll that out, but it's just ingrained in them to think the worst and to, I guess hope for the best. But ideally, there'll be a huge crowd. Freo itself, which I don't know how much time you've spent over here, boys, but Freo itself will be absolutely pumping. It's a great hospitality venue. Like there's just a lot of venues down there, and they'll just be rocking it. And I do think they win. And again, I don't know exactly who that means they play, but I think they can challenge this year. Like, I think they could make a prelim. I don't know if they can win it all, though. It'll be tough to win 3 games on the road to win it.
Yeah.
100%. Mate, really appreciate you for your time. I think that's, almost 40 minutes. Mate, we're heading over to Perth for the wrestling, so we'll definitely come over. We'll tear up a few beers. Again, appreciate your time as always, and we'll catch up soon.
Let's do it in person when you're here in Perth, boys. Pleasure. Sorry I was hard to track down, but it's been very good fun as always.
Awesome. Thanks, Schoey. Really appreciate it, mate.
Thank you, mate.
You're a good man.